Hey everyone, today we are back in the weekly pack. Feel free to pause, take a look around the pack. Sorry I kept it small in the corner there. Sometimes I forget to open the pack at the beginning of my runs, especially if I'm doing back-to-back runs. But man, this weekly pack, it's a typical theme. I usually always have fun in it, even if it's there's some crazy synergies that are tough to work around. But man, the mana pets and some of the disruption pets are the absolute saving grace of this weekly. But I kind of want to get into this main run and commentate maybe a little bit more than I have been these weekly runs. So you see we start out with the Pheasant, Ladybug, Mosquito line here. So it's kind of important in these runs, at this point in me playing the weekly, I was looking for the Mosquito. And you'll see exactly why. I'm sure I gave something away in the title or thumbnail about the combo. But the Mosquito is the key to the promised land in this run. I don't like force grind a lot of runs, but I was looking for this run for a very long time. I definitely threw some runs to try to get it. But yeah, typical, really ideal turn 5 here is you have the Pheasant level up. You can bring in a pet to get the Strawberry, take the Pheasant level up, and then get your 2 triggers again. So now you see these Ladybugs are going to be crazy high attack, which is nice. And lots of good pets on the level up. I think Osprey, Blue Dragon, Centipede, all of those are great pets to take. Obviously, Blue Dragon is like one of the staples of this weekly. I think it's the best pet in this weekly, or I should say the most fun. Arguably, you could say the best because it can initiate so many different things when you consider the mana it gives to friends ahead. I've hammered it to the ground. We're going to see it in the bonus clips too, so we'll talk about it soon. That's not what this run's about, although it does look like we're going to use it for some tempo. But the name of the game at this point is I want all the turn 5 level ups I can get. So you see 1.5 Ladybug, 1.5 Guinea Pig. I was about to call it a Guinea Fowl. Guinea Pig. Mosquito, we're almost getting to level 3 it looks like. So I want the turn 5, turn 6 level ups, the early tier 4s. It's all about pivoting to 2 specific tier 4 pets. And the quicker we can pivot to them, the better. A lot of times this was where the runs kind of died out. I either didn't hit the level ups or I just could not sustain even if I hit level ups. So very interesting decision here. You see Manta Ray, great. And if you take Manta Ray, you look at the other pets on my team, you would think, yeah, you're probably going to bring that Tiger Bug in. I had 2 gold. I could have just sold the Osprey, bring in the Tiger Bug, and it's a much better pet. So the team at this point, not that strong. Luckily, we have a level 3 Mosquito, which is just kind of like decent base stats. The Mana Snipe gets the trade. Can we preserve some hearts? Drop the first heart. Not the end of the world, but kind of scary considering we just like made a little pivot. Can we hit something in a couple rolls here? That would be great. We do not. Would consider selling something if I found an Osprey or Blue Dragon, but that's fine. That's fine. We got one of the pets we wanted, and that's Manta Ray. And I was trying to figure out some cool things to do with Manta Ray. Obviously, the easiest thing to do is dragon scaling, and that definitely comes into play here. At a certain point, if you're running the Manta Ray 4 squad, you need to get some scaling on your team, so dragon's just the easiest way to do it. I should say green dragon. I think it's funny now that there's blue dragon. It's like, I found myself starting to call it green dragon. There you go, we find another Manta Ray, bring in the attack on it. And at this point, obviously we want to run the 4 squad still, so I sell the amalgamation. I could have kept it. The only problem is if I kept it, it would have been good with Osprey. I was either selling Manta Ray, I was either selling Osprey or Amalgamation. So it's like, I just decided to sell Amalgamation because hopefully we hit the level up on the Osprey, go down to 3 hearts. It's very nerve-wracking. At this point, I did not think the run was going to go anywhere. I thought, okay, this run is pretty much dead. Like, there's no chance, right? The only good thing is we have some gold generation, so we can make up for it. And there is the Fossa. The Fossa is the other tier 4 pet we're looking for. So the 3 main pets in this synergy, it's quite simple. It's a Manta Ray, it's a Fossa, and it's a Mosquito. Now, what do we need to do? We need to get the Fossa a higher attack than the Mosquito. That way the Fossa will trigger first at the start of battle, reduce the HP on the first two enemies, and then the Mosquito will go off. This team is a version of the Turtle Pack meta Dolphin Skunk. The Dolphin Skunk is insane. If you get a level 3 Skunk that is higher attack than the Dolphin, the Skunk will make a 50-50 unit take it down to 1 health. Now imagine that 50-50 unit has Coconut or has Melon. A level 2 Dolphin with a level 3 higher attack Skunk will essentially KO a 50-50 with Coconut or Melon at the start of battle. It's absolutely insane. If you played this game a good amount, I guarantee you've either ran it yourself or you've ran into it. It's one of the most fun synergies just because you see big unit and you see big unit disappear at the start of battle. So it's very easy to understand, and visually it just feels good. Feels good to absolutely mow through those big teams. So we have the synergy now, which means I should probably pay attention to the battles, which I did not do the last battle. And the main goal is, yeah, we have gold generation. So we're trying to maximize our rolls. We want to roll as many times as possible in the hopes that we reduce the enemy down to 1 HP and that our poor little Mosquito can get a KO. Now, obviously, we're not going to be KOing a 50-50 at the start of battle because that would take way too many rolls. But typically, especially now, turn 10, teams aren't scaled to the moon. They are just finding their meta scaling unit, pivoting it in. Let's see if they have a green dragon or something. So they're doing amalgamation. So they're not even doing the permanent scaling. And there you go. We KO 1 unit with garlic. And then they had the gargoyle chocolate cake. It was pretty interesting. And I think did their Chimera have more attack than the summon? I'm not sure which was better for them. Things go pretty quick. And yeah, once we get to the bonus clips, I better get my stuff together here because we are going to be rapid firing through some bonus clips. I think we have about 27-28 minutes of commentary planned here. So it's another long one, which is typical of my last weekly video of the week. I'm trying to keep it to 3 weekly videos a week. And I guess on that note, I wanted to just brush up on channel memberships are available. There's 2 different tiers, a basic tier that gives you access to perks, loyalty badges, as well as the your name on the end screen that you'll see at the end of this video. Let's pause for a minute for the battle. We reduced the front 2 to 1 HP and the Mosquito didn't hit him. And that was happening like consistently. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? Come on, Mosquito. It's like a little rebellious Mosquito here. And there's the green dragon. So I figure at this point, it's great to just roll, but like we need some scaling. So I decided to start scaling. We're not going to roll as much. We only have 3 trophies. So this game is going the distance. It is going to be a very long game. So I think it's unavoidable. I had to go dragon scaling. Real quick, getting back to the memberships. The second level membership is basically, I called it a Meta Brusk request. And basically it's where you can give me like a custom pack or an idea and I'll make a whole video on it. We can also play like some one-on-one versus lobbies, get in Discord, stuff like that for an hour or so. So yeah, I wanted to make a note. If you do happen to go for the Meta Brusk request, I have instructions once you sign up for that has my contact info in there. So I don't have a way to contact you unless I just like reply to a comment on YouTube. So I'm kind of relying on you once you sign up for that. You need to contact me and then initiate that conversation and then we can figure it out, right? We can figure out a schedule or whatever we want to do. So please, if you sign up for the Meta Brusk request, reach out to me, get a hold of me. It's in the instructions. If you go to the membership tab on my channel, you should see it there. So back to the run. Yeah, while I was rambling there, we have a level 3 Fossa now. We have a level 2 Green Dragon. We are essentially ready to scale to the moon with our level 3 Manta Ray. So what are we getting? Is it 6 gold now? I think did they nerf Manta Ray? Did I never even notice it? Why didn't our Mosquito KO anything? I see everything at 1 HP. Maybe they had protection. That was the other thing. A lot of these enemies like will have protection and the Mosquito won't like double hit something. I'm pretty sure it won't double hit something. At least it seems like that. I have the Fossa frozen for a reason, but then I quickly unfreeze it because I realize, oh yeah, we're only at 4 trophies. This run is going the distance. So yeah, at this point, we're scaling, which is cool. It's cool. I mean, we have a really, really fun team going, so it's kind of like I don't think you would see this kind of team, or if you did, you would probably think, oh, they're just carrying a tier 1 to the end, right? You think, oh, okay, well, they hit Fossa and Mana Ray. They already probably had Mosquito leveled up with a little bit of stats, so like, it's easy to just keep a tier 1 when you hit an early dragon, or just keep whatever team you have when you hit an early dragon and start scaling. No. That's not what we did here. This is a very intentional team, and yeah, I thought about putting some bonus clips of the grind to get to this point and how some of the other teams fizzled out or some of the other battles, but we have too many bonus clips. Way too many bonus clips showing other things. Probably about, I'd say, a third of my runs that I had like in the folder for like, hey, good bonus clips, you can show this stuff, like I didn't even use, which normally I use most of my bonus clips that I have labeled as bonus clips at least. And there you go again, we reduced 2 units to 1 HP and the Mosquito just misses them. So this dang stubborn Mosquito is just, it's like we have the team set up. It's like the dream is realized, but the Mosquito is just being a dang pain. Come on, man. More Mosquitoes. Say, we're gonna get some glory battles here, so I'm building it all up for a reason. And the Toad was really nice, getting the Manitoy when there's not a lot of Manitoys in the pack. It's really nice as well for like some of the mana teams you run as you're still pivoting your mana teams, especially if you're running the front Cali Greyhound. Just keep buy-selling the Cuddle Toad throughout the game to get this little Manitoy. It adds so much value. 2 gold, you get the little Manitoy. Why do I keep calling it the little Manitoy? I don't know. Thought about buying Melon on Mana Ray or Mosquito or something, but we don't got time for that. The main thing I want to do is roll, but I do want to scale. You see here, we're pretty much scaled to the moon. So it's like 1 or 2 more. That's a chinchilla, so it's only 1 gold for that scaling. Definitely worth it. Otherwise, probably would have skipped it. Should see me starting to skip tier 1s now. Freeze a chocolate. Now let's think, why might I be freezing a chocolate? I have a couple plans in place here. We have 7 trophies. We don't need our dragon anymore. We would like to keep the 4 squad because we need the gold generation. Once we get to 9 trophies, since we're on 1 heart, we can fill up the 5 squad and just do away with the gold generation and just pray that we don't draw. But yeah, it's a tricky situation. So I know I have a lot of gold, a lot of rolls, but I want to get a plan to do something. And I want to pivot in the pets I want next turn. So then if we do happen to make it to turn 19, we will have all the gold at our disposal to simply roll if we wanted to. So here I bring in the real Velo. I figure, you know what, this is pretty good. I had other pets in mind, but it's turn 18. I was terrified at this point. And this run was so cool. I was like, you know what? Real Velo could be it. Between the tomato, the melon, the lemon, like we probably will get both triggers. I don't know if we'll get both tomatoes going off, but if we do, that's just great. I thought about holding the zebra, but I was like, nah, we just gotta roll next turn. Like, I didn't roll enough this turn, but look, Cali Greyhound down to 1 HP. We actually prevent it from getting the mana, and it had the tomato. So, like, such an easy win because of that initial KO. How satisfying was that? So at this point, I'm freezing the Chew Chocolates, and it's for another pet. So I'm like, okay, I can fill this squad up. It'll cost me 9 gold. I actually just rolled past one of the pets, and you should see it now. So it's another Mosquito. Surprise, surprise. And I don't know what I'm thinking here. I have 6 gold. For some reason, I thought it was 9 gold, even though I'm I thought it was 9 gold. So I try to throw both chocolates and I'm like, wait a minute. And then for whatever reason, I'm like, oh, let me just sell this real velo even though I can't buy the chocolate. But check this out. Check out what this little 3/3 mosquito does. We reduce him down to 1 and 2 HP, Tiger Bug down to 1 HP, and the little base stat level 1 mosquito KOs a 38 attack, Tiger Bug with tomato. It is another level 3 Manta Ray team doing some similar shenanigans to what we are, but they cannot match the strength of the Fossa and the mosquito. Let's freaking go. I was so happy about that run. I think I got it at like after midnight, after like grinding for a couple hours, and I was like almost about ready to call it on the weekly pack, and I had like some other runs that were labeled as main runs. And it's funny, like all my runs that were labeled as main runs were basically like versions of Fossa or Cali Greyhound, like the HP reduction disruption teams. And I think that just shows the power of them, especially in a pack with decent scaling. It's like you run these combos and you can really combat the scaling. Like you can counter it pretty hard. The only problem is the chilies, the mana snipes, you're very prone to getting countered yourself. So you see here, this team, so much fun. I have an all mana team. I have a blue dragon. I believe I bought this blue dragon on turn 11. So I had level 3 Pengobble, I had a Chimera, I had the Cali Greyhound in front with no mana pets at all. And I believe as well that this was a perfect run until turn 6 or 7. And I still didn't have any mana. And I had the Pengobble and the Cali Greyhound. So I was really confused. I was like, I have 2 mana pets, no mana generation. I'm on a perfect run. What's going on here? And yeah, just what a fun team. I mean, it's low stats. The Pengobble is absolutely devastating. So we're reducing the HP with the Cali Greyhound. Then we have a huge mana snipe following with the Pengobble, and then we have the Chimera summons coming out to kind of just chip away. So the hope is that we can blast through their big units, reduce the HP, and they should just have a small backline at the end that our Chimera, Sleipnir, everything else can get through, Blue Dragon. And yeah, we're going to keep this train rolling. So here you see we got looks like a pretty early level 3 Blue Dragon. Got it looks like early Dimetrodon as well. Some of the tier 3s are so strong in this pack, as well as I should say this game. I think tier 3, I mean typically you're not leveling up into an early tier 2 unless it's Adventures of a Turn 1 tier 2. So it makes sense that like typically you see mostly tier 3s. It's like we see mostly tier 1s, right? Because it starts in the shop, but like you early upgrade, the first one you do is a tier 3, and like you're buying all these tier 3 pets. So I think tier 3 is one of the most common tiers in the game and one of the strongest. That might be by design. And hey, look at that, 3 squad Marty. Always fun to do a 3 squad Marty. Now let's get into some of the other shenanigans. Kind of similar to maybe the main run of last weekly video with the Seagull shenanigans, or some of that stuff, some of the summon teams. I was trying to have some fun with the Faint Bread, specifically the Panther Faint Bread. So here is a very fun summon team actually. Dirty Rat Camel, can't go wrong with that combo. The only tough thing about it is you need Big Dirty Rat, because that Dirty Rat's got to knock out an opponent or two to make room for the rat. Or is it Rat Dirty? I always say I'm wrong. I don't know. You know what I'm saying, right? So yeah, Dirty Rat Camel, the Panther Faint Bread, kind of the perfect unit for the Grizzly Bear. The only other summon I think that's like extremely effective in this pack is the Osprey, because you can get it to level 3 and get 3 Groundhogs, so it's really good for the Grizzly Bear as well if you're going the summon type team. But yeah, if you don't go Osprey, just simply get a Panther, get it at least level 2 and put a Faint Bread on it. And look at this, I was so proud of myself, I actually got a Mole Axolotl team going in this weekly. Pretty confusing, but it was like actually dominating. Level 3 Mole was basically just removing the croissants. I put ambrosias on my backline. I really regretted that. I wish I either put lemons or just more croissants to guarantee that the mole is going to get rid of them, because you see these tomatoes are basically preventing one of my mole triggers, but it didn't really matter. it was strong enough considering we have almost level 3 Axo, so I'm kind of disguising a mole game as an Axo game, but I think it's only a level 1 tar, right? Oh, sorry, we have tar into Toucan, so it is kind of like an Axo meta. But there you go, the mole on the front line, and then, yeah, so the thought is we remove all the equipment and perks with the mole, and then we just give them back with our tar Toucan combo, and we don't need more than a level 1 tar with this combo. It's kind of perfect. We give equipment to the whole back line. It's great. It's great. You see the Ambrosia got sniped there, then we just give a chili right after. I mean, what a fun team. What a strong team, too, considering you have strong summons at the front, grizzly bear snipes, and chili at the back line. Typically weird order, but geez. Look at this. Their Dirty Rat wasted their Panther Lemon Trigger. I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, I wanted to show how strong the Gargoyle is. I ran the Gargoyle a couple times, and it seems like every time I took it, I just won. Like it wasn't even close. You see this Gargoyle team here? Their Gargoyle team is actually stronger than ours, but I think because of our positioning, we had the favorable trades. And you'll see I'm skipping some battles here and there. This is all the same run, but some of these bonus clips I'm just kind of, you know, skipping out the fluff, showing the glory moments. And yeah, when you face like the Grizzly teams and stuff like that, and you have the snipes and the counters, the disruption, it can be very devastating. So it's a good combination with the Gargoyle of like scaling and tempo you can run, because you really only need one decently attack unit. Like the Sleipnir, 17 attack, now it goes up to 50 health. Turn 14, typically nothing's going to keep up with that. So it feels pretty good. And here is my Lamprey game. So Lamprey, it's the only achievement I don't have in the weekly pack. I still have not gotten it because there's no reason to get a level 3 Lamprey. I think level 1 or 2 Lamprey is probably the most you're going to do. If you go level 2 Lamprey, it's because you're probably going double Camel, because Camel is kind of the only hurt pet, I believe, that it'll work with. So yeah, Lamprey Camel actually works great when you have something like this, this Osprey. The only problem is once you start getting sniped, you start killing your groundhogs off. It can be pretty funny, but pretty frustrating at the same time. I don't know if we're gonna see it again, but maybe I cut some of the chains out. Stringing these together was pretty tough sometimes, so I did it pretty quick. Thought I got all the good battles in here. And these whale sharks were absolutely huge, but if you can trade it like that, and our huge backline, our huge Lamprey is left, I mean, that just feels good. Those are good trades right there. It's a pretty statted up team we're facing here, but we're statted up ourselves. They do have equipment we don't. But if you see what happens, like, we just get huge. And now our Lamprey is a 35-50 with Lemon. So this run was going great. I mean, we got all the way to, this is 8 trophies, 1 heart, turn 17. You can see we have the Axo Elephant Seal to try to keep up with the late game. Once I recognized these runs were going to go like turn 15 plus, I would quickly just look for Green Dragon, Elephant Seal, something, right? Because it's only a matter of time before you run into this. And yes, it's only 3 50-50s, so you can get through this very easily. But considering the Chimera, the amalgamation to just kind of boost those summon attack, it's very devastating. It's very hard. You just need the good breakpoints, right? We need that Camel breakpoint. Even so, we're not even going to get through the Sleipnir, but it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. The good old Lamprey. And here is some more Panther Faint Bread. So I was trying to do Panther Faint Bread with some Seagull action. I figured it would be so strong, especially something like this with the tomato. I mean, here's the perfect example. Tomatoes are so strong as long as we don't get disrupted ourselves. They have a tomato in the back. Now their tomato's gone. It all just makes sense, and I figured with some of the other runs that I got over the line that like I would be able to win with these teams. It's kind of a hodgepodge, but when you kind of look at the makeup of the team, the Cali Greyhound, we're reducing the HP, then we have the Tiger Bug combo with it, so like that is one of the strongest combos. Cali Greyhound, Tiger Bug, I've been using that a lot. And then we have like a meta summon perk synergy going with the Seagull Panther. So it's like it all meshes perfectly with the Cali Greyhound and the HP reduction. And this is kind of the team we want to see. It's like we reduce their health, but then I realize they have a chili, and a chili absolutely destroys us. So we get all 3 tomatoes, and yeah, we just don't get a thrive. It was very close. It was very close. But yeah, any kind of disruption to your team, and it's pretty rough. So here's another one I had, and instead of going Seagull Tomato, we have a Seagull Faint Bread going, and I'm assuming that's just because I haven't found a tomato yet, or this might have been winning a couple rounds, and I was like, yeah, we'll just leave the Faint Bread, see what happens. And same concept, so you see we have the Fossa to reduce the HP. When you don't have the gold generation, and you're buying a lot of things every turn, you can't really rely on the Fossa. So it's like, alright, let's just bring in this Grizzly Bear and probably get it level 2. We have level 3 Seagull waiting there in the shop, which is great because we have Panther 1.5, so level 3 Seagull with level 2 Panther works perfectly. You get 3 summons from the Panther, you get 3 perks being thrown out from the Seagull. And let's see what happens. It's a decently statted team. They got the Tiger Bug, they reduce our health, and then they snipe us. And it's that perfect example. You can't get countered yourself. You're just banking on not getting countered. And you saw there we only had 6 trophies, so we were banking on at least 4 more rounds of not getting countered, which is pretty tough. That's the nature of the game though. And look at this. I bring in a separate green dragon on this run, so we have double green dragon. I unfreeze and roll past a tier 1, then I buy a tier 1, and I roll past 2 other tier 1s, then I buy another tier 1. I'm buying the chinchillas, so they're value. But like, why am I skipping tier 1s right here? What in the world are we possibly doing? A Mana Ray shows up. So I sell like the best unit on my team for a base stat Mana Ray, and then I buy another tier 1. And then I don't freeze tier 1s. Okay, 3 show in the shop, so we freeze them. What are we doing here? What are we doing? I don't know. I know exactly what we're doing. What am I saying? But yeah, we're going to be riding off into the sunset. This came pretty quick. What are we? We're like almost 28 minutes in. That is crazy. So the final bonus clip is going to be kind of like an Axo meta team. I use Real Velo with it. I thought the Real Velo Axo combo was really cool and kind of underutilized in previous weeklies that we might have had it. Usually you just run like Axo with Gorilla and Reindeer and all the crazy pets. As we bring in the Triple Dragon, that's what we were doing. So enjoy all the stats from the Triple Dragon and from the Axo Real Velo. If you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As I said, channel memberships are now up. Let me know what you think of this weekly pack. As always, have a fantastic day. Let's go. We got the win. Triple Green Dragon. That's insane. We'll catch you in the next one.